We did not even have money to buy internet connection. The KPG journey is definitely has been a roller coaster ride for me. I mean, if I remember old days, we started in 2010. I started this business, which is, we call it as US recruitment and US staffing business. We three friends started together. It was back in the year 2010. And then slowly, we went along. I remember the days when we did not even have money to buy internet connection. And I was staying with a group of friends who helped me at that time in buying internet connection for me. And I remember we three friends used to work in the room where I used to sleep. So we came up with an idea to start from that room. And there were days when we used to work like 18 hours a day. It was night shift, of course. So we had to manage our sleeping cycle as well. So it was definitely a struggle time wherein we used to sleep shift wise. Like we had turns to sleep, that one person will sleep for 6 hours and others would wake up, because it was very tough to get requirements, to fetch requirements from the clients. And whenever we got the requirement, we didn't want to miss the opportunity. We made a plan that, okay, we will work hard and we would, sacrifice our sleep. So this is how it happened. And then slowly and gradually, things started picking up, started going in the right direction. But somehow we three friends got separated and I was left alone, which was definitely a nightmare for me. But then I didn't lose hope, and I again started it, picked up a couple of freshers from the market, thought of training them, and then took a small place on rent wherein I used to train them. So basically our industry has two models. One is the sales and other is the recruitment. So my job was to train the salesperson as well as the recruiter, because both of them were freshers. So that was again a roller coaster period for me. But yes, I had the motivation in me. I knew I had those capabilities. So I did not take a back step, and I kept on training them. And then another thing happened is, when I was in that rented place, but somehow the business did not start the way it should have been. And then I realized that this was a burden for me. Ended up in a situation wherein I started working from the servant house of my apartment. Again, I had to start from the scratch. Now coming back again, I was left with no business. The only support I had at that time was my family. My family always stood with me. So that was the biggest motivation for me, which did not let me go down. Then again, those two people were with me. I was still in the period where I had to train both of them simultaneously. But yes, things started picking up. God has been kind. And that time also, I was really in need of luck and kindness from God, which was with me. And I managed to do the thing somehow. So we got some business. We reached to a certain level, which I thought that happy days are around the corner. But then again, unfortunately, I fell down from there. After reaching to a certain level, I again came to zero business. Again, disappointments were around me. But still, this was the fourth time I remember I had to restart it. I did not let myself down. I did not let my family down as well. My family was also again with me. That was again another motivation for me. And then, by God's grace, it went up. And the only thing which I always did is I never stopped the hiring process. I kept on reinvesting. Whatever I was earning, I was reinvesting in my business. So I would say for any beginner, for any entrepreneur, I would recommend reinvesting is always the key in any business. Your team is the biggest strength, and one should not hesitate in reinvesting in the business. In my industry, reinvesting was to hire more and more people, to train more and more people. And then by God's grace, we moved to an office which was 8-seater office now. I hired another group of 4-5 people from the market. Those were also freshers. I kept on again and again training them. Slowly and gradually, we moved to a 20-seater office, and then we hired a couple of experienced people from the market as well. And then we moved to a 50-seater. And today, by God's grace, it's been more than a decade that I am running this show. And we are a team of 150 plus people. So I would say building team, trusting your team, motivating your team, confidence in your team is always a game changer. So that's what I would like to say. We have to pick up the right direction, and we have to pick up the right people. We have to trust them if you want to go long in any business, I would say. So in a nutshell, I would say the key for me in business has been my investment in right people. And right hiring is always a game changer. Motivating your people, motivating your team, being with your team, having confidence in them, having trust in your team. You should also understand their pains. You should know how to keep yourself in their shoes. So these are few of the motivational factors, I would say, which has always helped me in taking me where I am. And it's a long way to go for me, and I keep doing it.